Hey folks, want to thank you so much for joining me again today. Today we're going to talk about the various income streams for YouTube and your email list. And we've touched on this a little bit during the series, but I want to kind of bring it all together and of course address, boa tarde, Vane. Address any questions that you have for any individuals who are here with me live. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. While I have the time, I want you to ask me the questions that would be specific to what you're considering so that, you can share this with the community and we can brainstorm and hash this out, because my whole thing is I just want people to start. I don't want you to measure your success looking at someone's end state. Yesterday we talked about businesses and how they started off niche. And sometimes when you look at other people, you see their end product, but you didn't see everything they had to do to get there. So I just want you to give me all the questions that you have. Tomorrow, we're going to spend, if you have any questions, again, email those to me. Tomorrow is our last day together live, guys. I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope it was helpful and you were able to apply this in your business or future endeavors that you plan on making. So with YouTube, I want you to consider, before we talked about marketing that is search-based, okay? So Google is search-based, YouTube is search-based. So creating content for these platforms, whether you want to do it on a blog or whether you want to do it on YouTube, in this case, we're talking about YouTube, this is going to help you build your audience. As we talked about it before, your audience is going to be super, super important because it's going to lower the amount of time that it will take to build a business if you just start off with no audience. Okay. So what I would recommend is start to create the content, the searchable content for YouTube. So you want a balance. You want to create content that you're passionate about, that you enjoy, that you think your audience will enjoy, but you also want to create content that people are actually searching for. Sometimes you may have this, wonderful business idea and you may think that problem needs to be solved, but the question is, do enough people care to actually pay for it? Okay. So when you start creating content, you end up learning a lot of things. You end up learning about really who your audience is. You learn about what they need. You learn about how you can better present information to people so that you can make a better product. Okay. So these are learning experiences that you don't want to take lightly, but you definitely want to experience if this is your first time creating a business. Okay. So what you're going to do first is start off with building your business or building your audience on YouTube. And from that, you are going to take people from YouTube into your email list, which is something that you own. Guys, everything that I have been doing, hola, Alexandria, reverse engineer it for your industry. So created an audience on YouTube, found out what the need was because of the questions that were being asked of me. If I couldn't answer it myself, I found people who could answer it. Okay. But from that, I'm learning what the needs are. Now, although I moved to Portugal, that is not my whole life. I am also a business owner. I day trade. I love food. Like I do a lot of things. And so for this particular channel, of course, because you can have more than one YouTube channel. I have more than one YouTube channel. For this particular channel, I show more of me and the various facets of which are interesting to me. And that is what I share. But if you want to have something super specific, you can do that and you can excel a lot quicker because your keywords are going to be relatively the same. Now, one of the obvious ways, and one of the ways if you were just starting out that you should consider for your email list as well as your YouTube is affiliate marketing, referral marketing, that type of thing. So you can, this is a random example, but let's say you have an insurance company or you have, or you want to get leads for an insurance company or insert industry there. You can create a YouTube channel that specifically asks or answers the question that people who are searching for insurance want to know. And if you want the referrals that you get from that, now you can now sell those referrals to various insurance companies, even if you don't do insurance. You could have the background, of course, but if you don't want to sell insurance yourself, maybe you're retired, you can still get the leads based on the content that you're providing. Because a lot of people, a lot of companies They know that content is important, but they rarely spend as much time creating it. And so you could be the lead. If you enjoy something in your city or something in your state that you want to showcase, you can set up something with restaurants, with tourist attractions, that the people that come from you, you get a commission or referral fee based off your referrals to this particular company. And you can set that up. So if you see that there's a business that is struggling, that's an easy way to kind of make the content and monetize it for you and for your audience. So I hope that's making sense again. Hey there, Shanika, how are you? And guys, if you have any questions, tomorrow's our last day. Go ahead and put those in the chat box. So when we're talking about developing various sources of income with YouTube, look at how I did it. Okay. So again, we had the Moving Abroad Summit. If there's a summit that you can create with the audience, ask the audience what they need. When they're getting those questions, when you're getting those questions, put them down. How can you change someone's future state? That's all you need to figure it out. Figure out how you're going to provide value to them in the content you provide. And with that, that's how you get their email address and you continue to market, because people don't do business with strangers off the back. So you have to have this way to create a relationship with you. Many of you, we have spoken back and forth in email. We have talked about various things. I've been able to help you with your business. You've been able to help me kind of reconsider some things because we've had the ability to communicate. So in any platform, YouTube included, that you do not own, you want to get people off of that platform and bring them back to something you own. That is where the email list comes in from. Because God forbid, if if YouTube gets rid of you, if Instagram gets rid of you, you need to be able to communicate to people and say, hey, this happened, I'm over here now. And for most of the companies that you see that excel, they excel because they weren't starting from ground zero. Most likely they had a series of people that they can immediately kind of go to for to jumpstart their new venture. Creating your brand and your email list, growing that now, is going to be an asset for your business. All of these digital properties that you have, your social platforms, your email list, your digital products, these are assets for your business. And the more you have, the more you have the ability to grow that business. Because when you're just starting out, it's going to be crickets. You're not going to make the money. That's why it's important to plant the seeds now, so that the various algorithms can know that you exist. They know that you're consistent, and then they'll start sending more people to you. As they send more people to you, you have to build out the system, email included, so that when you grow, you're not just sitting there waiting for God knows what. You have to set up the systems now so that when you grow, you're ready. If, let's say, YouTube sent an extra 10,000 people to your platform, now what? If you don't have anything planned, then you're just going to lose out and you may lose that audience. So that's why the email marketing is going to be so important. And you want to build that out. Don't want to just take people's emails and then don't do anything with it. You want to understand what your customer needs or what your client potentially needs and start to deliver that type of content. So a lot of people ask me, well, what content do I create? And of course, that's going to depend on your industry. But based on that, if this is an industry that you've been working in for a while, you already know what the questions are. You can review various software tools or various platforms that can help people excel, or you can create Excel sheets that can you can already put the equations in so that people, for my accountants, you can make the product really quickly so that they can have a better experience afterwards. If you've educated them, if you've helped them, they're gonna want to work with you because now they can trust you. I don't want people to initially start thinking, well, what can I sell? What can I sell? You need to give value first, and then you'll get information, and then it'll start clicking. It's not like it's magical, but that's just really what happens. And again, write your questions if you have any. Hey there, Sandra. I did get your email, hon, and I'm so glad to see you in the boot camp. Guys, if you haven't signed up for the boot camp, we start live next Tuesday. And for those of you who have signed up, don't forget to fill out the survey and introduce yourself to the community. So we have the boot camp. The link is in the description. We're going 4 weeks, going hard, knocking out some goals. You'll have your accountability. In addition to, I will be teaching email marketing, because that's the critical piece of this. So you have your YouTube channel. You can do virtual summits, which is what I did. You can sell e-products, courses. Now, I created the first course I created. I wasn't the one who was teaching it. Okay. So I had other people teach it. I just was responsible, of course, for the customer service and the tech in the background. Okay. So even if you feel like, well, I don't have anything to teach, if you create the audience, then you can go to people who have the expertise and have them present that information. It doesn't always have to be on you. You just have to think creatively as to how you can help various people complete a goal. Okay. So it doesn't always have to be your content that you're giving for your courses. A lot of times, like what my digital marketing company do, we create these products for other businesses that don't know how to create the product. You can be that person for various industries. If you do yoga, and a lot of, we had Rebecca on earlier, who wants to transition a lot of people online. If you're creating your audience on YouTube, you can bring them, if they want a course, bring them on over to your website, and you can show other yoga teachers. You can either have them have their own courses, you take a commission, but all of that comes from building your audience and becoming valuable. So let's just talk about some of the things that you can do on YouTube to increase your income. So, of course, the virtual summits. You can do consulting. If you have a core business, for my doctors, for my lawyers, for my insurance folks, your core business that you're providing that service, you are going to build your audience on YouTube by what? Providing educational information. Because in the professional services field, we are clueless about half of this. Okay. We don't know how any of this works. And you educating your audience, they're more likely to want to work with you. So create that content. You want to use your keywords specifically based on the problem that you're solving. Don't just put your company name, because no one knows the name of your company, so they're not searching for that. So create the good content, and then that will drive people to your website. And then you do your call to action, whether that's they sign up for a consultation or if they sign up for a newsletter. Nobody wants to sign up for newsletters, guys. Like, don't ever do that. Don't ask anyone for their email address so you could be a part of their newsletter. No one cares about that. I'm going to recommend that you give people something of value for their email address. So that can be a free training, that can be a PDF, that can be a chapter of the book that you're getting ready to write. Whatever it is, just make sure that it's valuable when you're getting people's email address. So you can also do, of course, the online courses, templates, affiliate sales, Excel spreadsheets, membership sites. All of these are coming from YouTube. All right. So YouTube is going to be the easiest way for you to get an audience. Like I said, Instagram at this point in time, it's really hard to get an organic audience. You want to stick with search-based stuff so that people are looking for it, they'll find you. Search results are not coming back with Instagram for the most part, with podcasts for the most part, with what else is out there that isn't search-based? Facebook for the most part. Stuff like YouTube is coming up, Pinterest, Quora. Those are the things you want to focus on for marketing initially. But in order to do that, you want to create value. So let's see, do we have any questions? Hey there, Serena. You guys have no questions for me? Don't forget, tomorrow's our last day. Okay. So if you need some help with your business and how to make things digital, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it after tomorrow. So I'm here. Take advantage of it. Tell me what your questions are. That's so funny. So let me talk to you about the format in which you're going to push people to. Even if you don't have a website, if you have a YouTube channel, you can create an email marketing list. Okay. So most email marketing software will allow you to just give a link and you can get people subscribed to you. Okay. So when you don't have a website, think of what would my potential audience find super, super valuable? How can I help them? And during your YouTube videos, not every video, because you don't want to come off as salesy, but when you feel like you can create a informational piece that is going to be effective, then you put your call to action, and that's going to be your email list. Now, once they get on your email list, you should have a series of emails that go to them periodically to continue the relationship. So once you do that, now you have your email address, your email list slowly starts to grow. So you have these two things working for you, and any other social media platform that you have. When, like for the case of this boot camp, I advertise on, what's that thing called? Instagram, on YouTube, and in my email list. So you see how that helps you grow whatever you're offering, because people can see you on a variety of different platforms. Even think about how you look at, maybe if you watch TV and you see commercials, you may not commit the first time, but after seeing the commercial 2 or 3 times, you might want to commit. And that's really the relationship that you have to create online. Online relationships are a tad, not more difficult, but you need to create the relationship that you would do in person. You have to do that online. And the easiest way to do that is through email. You want to be able to continue to market to your potential customer, as well as have them be able to have that communication with you to see what they need. And that is how I want everyone who's listening to me to go about creating their product. Because what I have done in the past, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, and I have made a couple of successes and a couple of mistakes. And one of them was just assuming that I had a business that people would be interested in, but never communicated with the potential person who would be writing a check. That's a big problem, because you can have this great idea, and then it's not a big enough idea for people to feel like they would want to solve it with money. Okay. So if that's you, I want you to test it. And YouTube is the perfect way to do that. Not only do you get insight from your audience, you also get insight from YouTube's analytics. They will tell you, are people engaging? Where are they falling off? Are they clicking off immediately? Those type of analytics will give you the type of feedback on your content that you need so that you can start to improve it. Okay. All right. Do we have any questions? Let's talk. All right. Let's see. How effective are hashtags on your website? So hashtags are, of course, the number sign in a series of words. That is more effective in like your Instagrams and maybe TikTok and things like that. But on your website, you want tags. So I'm not sure if you mean tags, but said hashtags, but you do want tags. So tags just basically help the spiders that crawl your website further understand what your website is about. So that is important, because you want to provide Google everything they can have in order to know what your website is about, so they can send more people to you. So let me know if I answer that, if we're talking about the same thing. Okay, so I just started thinking about poster teaser trailers on Pinterest. I will totally Google research, but do you have any advice? Poster teaser trailers. I don't think I understand, hon. Can you give me a little bit more information with that, and I'll try to work that out with you. Yes, tags. Okay, yes, tags. Tags are important on your website completely. You know what you can do? Sometimes we use tags as categories. Well, kind of, yeah. So you can also use tags in various categories along your website. We do that a lot with e-commerce, but yes, to answer your question, tags are important, and definitely use those. Let's see. Hey there, Richard. I am doing well, thank you. Okay, guys, you guys don't have any questions. So if we want, we can end this relatively quickly. Tomorrow is the last day. So if you can't think of any questions that you want to ask me in regards to your business, or increasing your income with YouTube or your email marketing software, the biggest thing is you're going to create the content. After you create the content, you're going to have the call to action. The call to action is going to go to your email marketing software. Your email marketing software is going to have a series of autoresponders that are continued to develop the relationship with your client. So you want to have all this automated. So as you increase how many YouTube videos that you have, you're going to have your call to action in various parts, and that is going to continue to grow your list. When you grow your list, then you can sell other things, referrals, your online courses, your ebooks, all these things that it's not easy to do, but you can definitely do. I want to encourage you to do this when you have an audience, because if you attempt to do these things and you haven't built your audience yet, it's going to be really hard to monetize. And then you may potentially get frustrated and think that your idea isn't good. And it's not that it's not good. It's just you don't have enough eyes on it. And then, you want to assume that any marketing you do, you're going to have at least a 2% conversion. If you don't have enough people in your database or as your audience that a 2% conversion is going to be financially beneficial for you, then you got to keep building that audience. You got to keep building that audience. Okay. So, all right. Yes. As Sandra put, please like the video to help out with this search algorithm. I'm in the right process of starting YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hello. I'm right in the process of starting a YouTube channel. Love it. And feeling a little overwhelmed for creating a content strategy. Okay. Can you be more specific with me? Can you tell me, are you overwhelmed by knowing what to put on your YouTube channel? Are you overwhelmed with actually producing the content? Are you overwhelmed with not knowing how to produce the content? Give me a little bit of insight on that and I can help you before I head out of here. Okay. Do you offer private consultations? I do. I have a business idea and I am unsure of how to get to from here, the real business with revenue. Okay. Yes. If you go to my website, drivenspice.com, and click the button work with me, and it'll give you some insight on how you can work with me. So yeah, I do offer private consultations. Okay, Jessica, go ahead and tell me what you're overwhelmed with before we break off, and then I will help you with that. And hopefully her overwhelm would lower the overwhelm you may have with your YouTube channel. So for those of you who haven't started your YouTube channel, tell me what's holding you up. Tell me why you haven't started. Tell me, and if you see this in the recording, put it in the comments. I'm really curious as to what stops people from doing it. Is it the being on camera thing? Because there's a variety of ways that you can grow your audience without being on camera. And you can also think of YouTube as like real estate. Again, we talked about this yesterday, but you can have more than one YouTube channel. If you wanted to do tech, you can do one on tech. If you want to do one on vacation, you can do one on vacation. And you can have a bunch of them, monetize them all, and that can be collectively, it can provide the income that you're looking for. But more importantly, be sure that you are getting people's contact information so that you can continue to market to them. Yes, Reddit, that's a good point, Richard. Reddit is also a good search specific place to be. Yes, folks on Reddit, you can get lots of views that way. I agree. Okay, good. I'm overwhelmed, not with the video creation, but with the concern. I don't have enough content to make it. And yes, I am camera shy. So can you just share with me a little bit, what is the industry that you feel like you don't have enough content? So the basic things are the FAQs. If this is something that you already have knowledge in, and most likely you get questions often. So you want to do your frequently asked questions, and you want to do the things that people should be asking, but maybe they're not educated on the topic enough to know that they should ask. So for example, like I told you, some of my clients are cosmetic dentists and plastic surgeons and that type of thing. And what we employ is educational marketing. So if someone wants to get any type of cosmetic dentistry procedure done, they don't know a lot of things. So they may ask what the recovery time is. They want to know how much it costs. So we create content based on those frequently asked questions, so that when people are searching for those types of terms, we have a YouTube video that answers those questions. Once you've educated your client, once you've educated them, then you bring them back to your lead magnet to say for further information or free consultation, blah, blah, blah. It's not hard at all, that part. So you just want to kind of write down with those frequently asked questions, what they should be asking, because again, for the cosmetic dentist, there's some questions that they should ask, but they don't, just because they don't know. So you can do those sets of things. In addition to, are there certain software or things you can do to make things better? So let's say cosmetic dentists are still dentists, and maybe there's a certain way to prep your teeth before you have a certain procedure. They give information on that. Not only do they get the education there, if there's any products that they use, they can now get the referrals because they built the clients on that side. Does that make sense? Okay, let's see. Hey there, James. How are you? Okay, the fear of being in the camera. Okay, all right. Fear of being in camera. Can you tell me what your industry is so I can better help you talk about how you can make content without being on the camera? Okay, let's see. My YouTube channel is a music channel, and I think because it's me and my music, that's being front and center. Ooh, yeah. It's a passion project, but something I've been wanting for years. I get it. So if you're an artist or anything, it's a lot to put yourself out there and have a whole bunch of strangers critique it. I get it. But if this is a passion project, just go ahead and start putting stuff out there. And then you can think about other aspects of music. Tell your story. Like, are you singing? Is there a particular instrument that you're playing? How did you start learning to play the instrument? Maybe what recommendations you have for people who are interested in doing the same thing. Have you performed in places? How did you set that up? There's so many questions and so much content that people who are either starting or people who are just fascinated want to know. So I get that it's your music and you're nervous. Whatever it is, you're going to be nervous. But you'll feel so much better once you put it out there and you start helping people. So if it's a passion project, talk about your music, what inspires you. In addition to giving people some of your music, tell them how they can support you, or create some, live concerts the same way that we're going live right now. You can perform live, and you can, embed it on your website, make it unlisted, and have a concert or a free concert. The options are limitless, but nothing's going to happen if you don't start. So please be encouraged and don't give up, particularly if this is your passion project. Okay, how to use Reddit to attract viewers? Do they allow you to post a direct link? You have to. So Reddit's an interesting community because no one wants people to come on there and act like they're spamming. And so if you've never logged into Reddit before, Reddit does have a data that shows when you became a member. So if you're going to be active on Reddit, like, create a profile now so that when you do want to start, sharing some experiences, they basically have these various subgroups, and it's a cool place to be because you'll find people that are interested in the same thing. But you definitely, no matter what you do, you don't want to come off spammy on anything you do. Okay. So with Reddit, you're sharing information, being useful, the same thing we're talking about on YouTube, giving value, and you're doing it and you're sharing that with the cohorts on Reddit. But doing that, and let's say you're a new member and you haven't engaged with any content before, or you haven't had any back-end analytics, you're going to look like a spammer. So just, do that with caution. Okay. All right. All right. I'm also a copywriter and see the value in creating one just for all my writing products. Absolutely. I agree with you, Jessica. So again, guys, you can have as many YouTube channels as you want. You do your passion project, and you also do the thing that you are already educated in. Okay. So I know digital marketing. So I have a completely separate digital marketing channel. And that is what I had used to get some of the clients that I work with in the fields. I did a specific series of videos, a lot like I did this one. This is for digital nomads. I did one specifically for dentists because I wanted more dentists. I knew dentists had a hard time marketing online, and they also, the procedures were paid enough that they could pay someone like my company in order to provide those services. So if you're a copywriter, that skill alone is critical in this time in which people are dying to have content online to be able to sell their product and services. So if you want to show people how to be a copywriter, how you got started, you can make that a portion of the content you create for your channel. You can also help businesses, even small businesses or large businesses, create their message so they're more effective when they're trying to market. So copywriters are critical, guys, because if you have any form of content, your emails, your website, you can't just create it like it's a pamphlet. You want to be able to convert it. And so having a custom message to do that is going to be critical. So Jessica, you have a lot of options, hon. You just got to start, love, and you got it. All right. Thank you so much. Your insight is so valuable, and that really helped me actually. Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you, Jessica. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's see. I like to do. Okay, let's talk about that. Ooh, love it. I'd like to do features on other businesses. How do you convince someone to appear on a brand new channel? 0 subscribers. I don't think people don't mind, like people don't mind getting interviewed. Like if you're gonna give someone the platform to be able to share their story, most likely people say yes. Now, what I would suggest you do this is what I would suggest you all do before you create your YouTube channels is batch the content. Okay. So again, YouTube cares about consistency. They care about, engagement, right? So sometimes what happens is people have the idea of creating a YouTube channel, but then they're not consistent. And so they'll do one video and then they can't do another one. And I'm famous for this. I've done this so often. They've done one video and then they're not able to do another video like 3 weeks later because life happened. Okay. So what you can do when you're wanting to create these features with people, just tell them that you're working on a series and reflect on that you've read more about them. Because I feel like even when people will contact me and they haven't created an audience yet, they also don't tell me what I'm going to be included with. So then it's harder for me, based on everything else I have to do, for me to respond back as quickly. So just say, I'm showcasing a variety of different, let's say doctors, because I'm not sure what your industry is, a variety of doctors that live in this area to showcase how they did X, Y, and Z. There'll be, just give them more information on, there'll be 15 doctors initially. And this is what I would like to include. We'll include your interview, any contact information. If you have any lead, just make it so that it's a benefit for them, particularly if you don't have anything to show for it yet. But batch the content. So interview, let's say 10 to 15 people, get 10 to 15 people up and ready, edited, ready to go. So that if you want to make your publishing timeline consistent, let's say you want to upload once a week, go ahead and get a quarter of the year done. So just get, whether it be 50, however many you want to do, just do 10 to 15. Like even in this series, I did 10, 15, 16 videos. We're on day 15, I think. Videos, because what that does is it shows the algorithm, okay, there's some consistent movement on this topic. So we'll pay attention a little bit. Okay. But if you put that one video up and then there's no movement, it's going to be really hard for you to excel. So I would say just batch the content, give the people all the information that they would want to know. And then some people are going to say no, and that's okay. You move on to the next person. Everyone started with one. I mean, when I was interviewing people, even for the experiences living abroad, some people didn't answer. Some people weren't interested. But I just kept looking for more people. And that's basically what you have to do. But you want to overgive. That's so not. You want to provide enough information to get them to want to commit to it by giving them a lot of information to how it would benefit them. Hope that helps, son. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I have created videos, but want to post short clips onto Pinterest rather than Insta. But I'm not sure how to get eyes. So with Pinterest, I'm not sure if you've done anything on Pinterest yet. Pinterest doesn't, as far as Pinterest doesn't necessarily have to house the video. You can make, a good thumbnail and some words and everything like that. And then of course, link it to your YouTube channel. Let me see if I understood this. I have created videos, but want to short clips on Pinterest. Because if you upload the short clips to Pinterest, ultimately, you want to bring them back to YouTube and you want to make that an easy transition. So one of the reasons why Pinterest is kind of helpful is that when someone clicks on it, they click to various places. So you can put the whole video up on Pinterest and it'll end up taking them to YouTube. Because that's what, even if you look at why did I move out of the US to Portugal video, that video is on Pinterest. And then when they click it, it brings them directly to YouTube. I hope I understood that correctly and answered that. Be sure to get eyes on it. Yeah, you can get eyes on it through Pinterest, and Pinterest will bring them directly to your YouTube channel. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. All right. My target audience would be women over 40 teaching holistic health. Should I put that in my YouTube description of all the videos? My target. Okay, so here's the thing. Holistic health. What about that specifically? Are you saying that you're going to teach them how to grow food in their area? Are you teaching them about herbs? What is holistic health? What does that mean? Because you want to go super, super specific when you're dealing with things like YouTube, because ultimately here's a better question for you. And for everyone who's listening, listen to this question. If someone went to YouTube, if you were your potential customer and you went to YouTube or you went to Google, what are you typing to find what you're trying to sell? Because I don't think I have ever typed holistic health, because I don't even know what that means for real. So tell me what that means. Oh, no, tell me what someone who is searching for it, what are some of the keywords that you think that they would type, and then we'll take it from there. Do you think it's a good idea to use Facebook page or IG to announce you are launching your YouTube channel? I don't know if you have to tell people you're launching your YouTube channel. Just create the content. Facebook and, Instagram, it's that intranet, you know what I mean? Like first of all, if you post on your Facebook business page, Facebook wants you to pay them. So even people who have already said that they want a relationship with you by liking your business page, Facebook shows about 2% of the people your content, because they ultimately want you to pay. Facebook is the intranet. The way they get paid is through ads. And some of those ads will end up coming from you. They're advertisers. So I'm always biased. I'm always going to push you into a search-based type of marketing because of that. So, I mean, if you have family and friends and you want to bring them over to YouTube, that is fine. But I would more so recommend you figure out where your audience is. Sandra, what industry are you trying to make content for? Because I got your survey. And again, if you haven't signed up for the boot camp, we're going live for the next 4 weeks. Link is in the description. And we're working in a small group of people, and we're going to knock out the goals for this summer. So some folks are the YouTube, some folks are email marketing. I'm going to teach content in that, but this is for the next 4 weeks live, and then we'll continue on during the summer. So if you're interested in that and working with me, link is in the description for that. So Sandra, tell me what your industry is, because I did get your survey saying that you wanted to create your YouTube channel, but tell me what your industry is, and I can help you while I'm here to consider what audience. Hey there, Stephanie. I got your stuff too. Stephanie, did you fill out your survey? Stephanie's going to be with us on the boot camp, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Very helpful response. You are a gem. Thank you, honey. I'm so glad it was helpful. I'm so mad I'm late. I haven't been getting my notifications. It's all right, love. We finna work together for the next 4 weeks, so we got you covered. No worries. In about Mind Spirit video. Okay. All right. Let's talk. And I'm a permission to be honest. Okay. But do you think women are typing in Google spirit, mind, and body balance? Do you think they type in that? Now, what is the symptoms they may have? Like, are they saying feeling overwhelmed? Okay. They may be typing that. So think less of the features and think about the outcome that your product will give. But even if I'm feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or whatever the thing is that will cause somebody to search, that is the words you want to use. Because what you're using, unfortunately, is not really what people are going to probably go into Google and search for. And then 2, I have no idea how you're going to do something with my spirit, mind, and body. You know what I mean? It's still super, super ambiguous to something as specific as digital marketing. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, guys. And let me know if that doesn't, and I'll further explain that. Okay, Stephanie Cinnamon, you are a jewel. You're so sweet. You definitely in my soul. And yes, I felt at the surface. I appreciate you guys. And guys, if you want to join me live for the boot camp, come on in. You need the boot camp, boo. Come on in. You will be in good company. Stephanie's going to be there. Sandra's going to be there. Ahmed's going to be there. Evelyn's there. So there's people joining. So you definitely need to be there. All right. I think people tend to type in what they, yes. So people tend to type in what they want more than what they don't want. Yes. Okay. Yes. People are typing in because they're searching for answers. So think about whatever industry you're in. What are people going to Google and type that? Like, what are the keywords would they say? What are the problems? Like, you know, when you got on Google because something didn't go right, what are you searching for? And you can't be general. And I know I have some folks, you know, you want to deal with people who are transitioning in the workplace and they want to find, you know, get their Zen and get their, you know, all that together. You know, they're not in the Googles searching for how do I get my Zen? So you want to think about the symptoms that would cause someone to go online and look for a solution. Okay. And that is what you're going to create content around. And that is what you're going to, like, you know, if people are stressed, like relieving stress after having a baby or postpartum, or just those that, like, you know, loved one passed away, or how to get over a dog, you know, that is what people are typing. And then boom, you have the content that is titled and such that helps people do it. Because understand, when people's spirit, body, and mind is messed up, there were things that messed it up. So what were those things that messed up? Did they lose their job? Did they, you know, someone, you know, wonderful them pass away? Did they move to a new country and didn't have friends yet? You know, what is it that's causing this disconnect that they would need your service? And that are the words that you need to create content. If you say spirit, mind, and body, I promise you, nobody's going to understand how. Okay, let's see. I usually search for specific vitamins and see, y'all getting there? That's exactly right. So if you search for specific vitamins, let's say, and I'm pulling this out of the air because I don't know nothing about vitamins. I do like aromatherapy and that type of thing. And so I know about those, but I don't know about any particular vitamins. But if you, let's say you were talking about like lavender, or how to release stress with lavender, how to, when you're looking for vitamins, you want something specifically. So how to, gosh, why's my brain not working? I'll come back with another example, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, good stuff, girl. I'm glad it is helpful. Stephanie gives some good stuff. Okay, Stephanie, wait, what is it? Okay. She's giving some insight to the people. I search for affirmations on various topics, whatever I'm going through, if that helps. Yes, good. I love how y'all support each other in here. Okay. How to use meditation to get through a stressful workday. Yes, that is helpful. You know, and start to just go on Google right now and say, okay, just start typing. You know how sometimes the auto search fill-in will give you some insight of what people are also searching as well. So definitely consider that, you know, meditation for stressful days, meditation for new moms, meditation for people going through, you know, cancer. You can really run the gamut. I want you to be as creative as possible, but ultimately think about the end user. Think about what the end user is searching for, or what they're having problems with. And even if we say, you know, women in their 40s is still super, super general, because, you know, they're not a monolith. Women in their 40s can maybe just have a kid for the first time. They could be, you know, changing their career. They can be doing so many things. So think about women in their 40s who can't just say who need balance, because that's too general. I hope this is helping, hon. I feel like I'm just rambling, but okay, let's see. Hi, Cinnamon. I think I recall you mentioning Google Trends as a tool. Yes, to see what phrases, words are trending. I absolutely did. I couldn't show it because I have the Portuguese IP address. But yes, go to Google Trends and then just put in some of the topics and you can see the trend of people were searching for this or not, or if they once were, or if the trend is increasing. And that will give you a little bit of insight. And then you can really, really break it down. When life calms down a bit, maybe I'll do a quick tutorial on how to use Google Trends. I don't know when I can pull it out. But you can also YouTube how to use Google Trends on, of course, on YouTube. But yes, Google Trends is a really good way. And then you can see, you could base it. If I was in the US, I could show you better. But if you do Google Trends and you click the United States, it'll break it down based on states of who's searching for what. So Google Trends is a great research. So please look into that. Thank you, honey. Yes, I hope you are feeling supported in everything. Okay. I am super specific in what I am looking for. Herbs helpful for ADHD. See? Yes. I want you to go that specific, particularly when you are creating content, whether it be for YouTube or for your blog, because honey, that's you go specific when it's your problem, right? So you want to consider that when you're creating any type of content for social. So definitely consider that. Look at y'all, yes, they here helping it. I search for law of attraction, affirmations, positive mindset, how to change your mindset. Yes. I love it. Serena, are you coming to the boot camp? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Guys, if you haven't already signed up, I am live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. East, my time zone. East Coast is same time, 10 a.m. Same time as it was today. So tomorrow is the last day I'll be live here. And then I go back to the States. And I don't go back to the States tomorrow, but I go back to the States next week. And then we are going to start our boot camp. And we are working as a community. I have some goals that I want to complete. And I want y'all to hold me accountable for what I need to do. And that's what we're going to do it. I'm going to teach some classes on email marketing in addition to creating some YouTube channels and stuff like that. Sandra, are you still here? Because you never told me what your industry you wanted to create the channel for, but you could tell me later because you're in the boot camp. So we could talk about it later. But if you tell me now, then I can send you an email later on today. Okay. Thank you. Yes, please continue to support each other. And guys, in these, what are these comments? You see people have YouTube channels. Go support. If you're getting good energy from them, go support them. You know what I mean? So definitely consider, the relationships you get on YouTube. Because if you are just starting out and you want to build your YouTube channel, you're going to need to find other people to subscribe to. And you guys can subscribe and support each other. I don't want the community and the support to stop just because I'm not doing these series. Okay. So share the love, honey, share the love. Okay. All right. Okay. What we got? Any more comment in? All right. What we say? I'm absolutely signing up for the boot camp. I would love to have you, Jessica. I'm excited. Okay. I was going to do restaurant reviews. I was going to do restaurant reviews. Just one of the ideas so far for your YouTube channel. You can actually do a really good job on that. Are you? Yeah. All right. Talk to me. We'll talk about that. But that's actually a really good idea. Actually, any review site you guys want to do, anything that you love, that you are like so passionate about, that is a wonderful YouTube channel to start because you will love it, because you'll love giving these reviews because you get to learn something based on what you like. In addition to the industry and the various like companies start to get your content, and it's really easy to create brand deals from that. And your affiliate. So you see a lot of tech YouTube channels out here, and they get paid handsomely because technology is usually pretty expensive. And when I say tech, I mean like, Apple phones and computers and stuff like that. So the referral links that you get that may offer you 3%, but if the average sale is, $300 to $1,000, you can make really good money on affiliate income with your YouTube channel. And so a lot of people, that's all they're doing. There are various YouTube channels that all they do is affiliate marketing, and they don't have a core product or service. So you don't have to. If you love something, if you love drones, if you love, I I don't know, ice skating. There is an audience for everyone. And this is what I just really want you to understand, that you don't need millions of people. You just need a good 1,000 to care about the content that you're giving, and you can make an income from that. Okay. So of course you're going to be helpful so that you help build your trust, so that people know that they're safe in this space. You know what I'm saying? Because online, it's some crazies out here. Okay. And so you want people to feel like they're in a safe space and they can put their guard down and just relax and know that you're going to look out for them. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's supposed to be. All right. Can you repeat? Okay. Erica, can you repeat again how to join the bootcamp? The link for the bootcamp is in the description box of this video. And click that link. It has all the details, when we're meeting and all that stuff. So yeah, just click the link. It should say bootcamp in the description box. I hope I put it in there because I'm famous for totally messing up. So hopefully I put that there. I know I'm crazy, so they're going to be positive. No, I love that, Sandra. No. K-pop music. My brand new channel. I'm scoring K-pop music for. Love it. Yes, whatever you are passionate about, please, because there's an audience for everyone. People tend to love my sense of humor. I love your sense of humor. And yes, Sandra, do it right now. I respond to you if you want to go. Let's see. Fashion blogger. I will sponsor you if you want to go. Go where? Okay. All right. What we got here? Okay. Women in their 40s. I was thinking the same thing. That's not a monolith. Absolutely. Good idea to put content out, then see who shows up, versus eliminating a potential larger audience as our 40s last only 10 years. So here's what I'm going to say about eliminating a potential audience. I told y'all, I want y'all to go super, super niche. You can expand afterwards. But as it relates to developing an online brand, Google is super specific. Searching is super specific. So your customers are going to find you in a super specific way. Remember, guys, when we talked about Google, Facebook, Geico yesterday, Facebook, they started off on one college campus and then they expanded. Google started off on one college campus. They knocked out search completely, and now it's a larger thing. So guys, when you're looking at these large companies, you're looking at them they've been doing it for 20 years, but you got to go back to how they started, and how they started was super, super niche. Do not try to generalize your community, because if you do, it's going to be super hard for them to find you online. So definitely consider that. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So I don't think we have any more questions for me. So I'm gonna head out. I'll be here tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. For those of you who are on my list, I'll send you an email to remind you. Tomorrow's the last day for, asking business questions. So take advantage of this, guys. If you have a question for me, I want to give it to you, and I can't promise I'm going to have time to do that later. Okay. I encourage you, if you want to take things to the next level and you want to work with me personally, in addition to a wonderful supportive community, sign up for the bootcamp. The link is in the description. But if you can't sign up, that's okay. Come here tomorrow with your questions. If you're in my list, just go ahead and email me what your questions are, and we'll knock it out, because tomorrow's the last day. So tomorrow I don't have any particular content scheduled. Just tell me what you need and I'll be here to give it to you. So if we don't have questions tomorrow, we cut it off early. Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I hope it has been helpful. I hope it has given you different ways to think about your business and making money online, whether you want to move abroad or even if you don't. Okay. I created this series for you guys because many of you told me that you want to move abroad, but you didn't know what you want to do about the money part. So what I'm telling you is this is how you could take advantage of the money part and build something you personally own, even while you're working your current, job or contract right now. Do this, start planting the seeds now, because none of this happens overnight. You have to create the content. Google has to care, you know what I mean? And then your audience slowly grows and then it grows. Okay. But if you never start, there's not going to be anything there. Okay, so I want you to start and I want you to develop the community. So again, when you're in these comments, check out other people's YouTube channels and communicate with them. Say, hey, keep the relationship going. Come off of YouTube. This is a virtual world. Like, people are going to, you want to connect with people who have the same interests. And if you all are all trying to start your online business, you want people on your team that can help encourage you and, make sure that you get it going. So I would love to have you in the boot camp. If you can't make it, come here with your questions tomorrow. I'm going to sit here for as long as you want me to. I'll sit here live and I'll answer all your questions. If you don't have any questions, we're going to end it tomorrow early, and then that will be it. So if you found any of these videos helpful, please like it, because that helps the YouTube algorithm and it shows that I'm not just wasting my time, that I'm creating content that's helpful. And if you know someone who is, I left my window open. I hope I'm not bothering my neighbors. That was random. If you know someone where this content may be helpful, please, share any of the videos with them. And that's about it. Do we have any questions going once? Thank you, James. Oh, you're so sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you, honey. You are welcome, Patricia. I appreciate you. Subscribing to the ladies' channels, wonderful. Continue to support each other. I love it. I love you. Thank you so much, G. I appreciate you. All right, guys, tomorrow, same bat time, bat channel. Come see me. Bring your questions. Anything that was burning, bring those questions, and we'll be here tomorrow. And yeah, till next time.